Good Friday morning. Welcome to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. My name is Colin Worthington. This room is full of testosterone this morning. You might notice we're missing two guys, actually, who could be on this show. Our pal Don, he decided to take the day off, which he deserves one every now and then, Don Levins. So hopefully he's watching us at home this morning. We are on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page, so if you want to join in on the conversation this morning and just salute these guys and what they stand for, feel free to do that. We'll introduce you. We're talking about the Memorial Day event, which is coming up on Saturday, which is 2 days before Memorial Day. Memorial Day, obviously, is coming up on Monday. This program will talk about what Memorial Day means and maybe what it should mean to us, and the big event, which is coming up on Saturday. So, fellas, good morning.
Good morning.
Would you mind introducing yourselves? Just pretend like this is the first day that we've met.
Okay, Dale Robinson. I'm with Post 143 and the Veterans Park Association, and I'm an Army veteran.
Okay.
That was easy.
That was easy. Let me get you closer there, Barry, if you can.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Barry Gardner, a Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, retired, 25 years active duty. Here with the Veterans Park, I'm the president of the Carroll County Veterans Park Memorial Park Association, which keeps me quite busy. In addition to that, I'm in with the local Military Officers Association of America, which is a national organization of military officers, mainly concerned with advocacy for the military throughout the U.S. So we kind of do that. I'm enjoying myself here in Carrollton. We've got a great community with a great support for the veterans and for the military, so it's really a pleasure being here.
Tell me about the support. I like to hear that. I like to hear that our community does have that support. And maybe it's a chicken and egg thing. Do we have this wonderful monument over here by the sheriff's office because of the support? You know, this museum it's supposed to be going up in West Georgia. Do we have those things because of such the strong support that was here and the interest here, or do we have the interest now because these things are going up?
I think we've always had a patriotic, well, I'm not a Carroll County native, as you can tell, but they've always had, in the South traditionally, a great support for the military and those who serve in the military, and I think it really shows here in Carroll County. I mean, the support we get from the county and the city government, local businesses, all organizations, it's just fantastic, and you look at that Veterans Park out there, I'm proud to say I think it's one of the better ones in the state. It for darn sure is one of the better ones here in West Georgia, and it only happens because the community is involved and Carrollton and Carroll County is involved, so we veterans appreciate it very much.
How often do you guys see somebody maybe not coming from Noonan, but taking whatever that road is there, the old Noonan Road? Mm-hmm. What is that road that goes down by the sheriff's office? It is Noonan Road,
yeah,
I guess. But
exactly.
I imagine somebody traveling coming north and then just driving, hit that roundabout, and all of a sudden you see this, this great, these standing plaques and everything like that. Have you had people stop by? I mean, who are just cruising by and they see that and they want to come up?
We have had people that I've seen out at the park who went out of their way, going between Atlanta and Birmingham, that kind of thing. They're visiting the park because they've heard about it and wanted to see it. And we have a lot of people who go out, walk around at lunch and look. Good place to walk, sit and have some quiet time or whatever. So it's getting a lot of use other than just having events there.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. I think we all should be proud of it.
I've been out there when families have come across, and you just see these, the father and mother with a couple kids walking around out there, and they'll see me or anybody walk over and say, "Hey, what exactly is this?" Mm-hmm. And then I've given a couple impromptu tours. So it's very eye-catching as you come down to that roundabout, and a lot of people will just pull up to see what it is, and when they get there, they really hang around a lot and take a look. So we're very fortunate to have it.
Well, tell us exactly what that is. We'll talk about the events that are coming up this weekend and possibly on Monday. But yeah, tell us about what the the wall is, what it represents, and the names on there. Who are those people?
Either one of us. Okay. Well, what we've got the walls out there, and the walls, families can purchase a plaque to commemorate, their veteran. And I joke, I said, you don't have to be pass to get on the wall. It's great to have your name up on the wall there with your name, your military history, and things like that, and have your family come by and get your picture taken with your family with your plaque. It really is meaningful. There are 48 names on each one of the walls. We've got 31 walls that we've completed. So I guess it's a little over 1,250 names or something like that. Carroll County veterans, not necessarily Carroll County veterans who have passed. I mean, that's the whole idea. It honors veterans, so it's great to get out there and take a look. You can just walk along. Some places you can see 5 members of the same family, all listed. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and now the global war on terror, and they're all with the same last name. It's rather interesting to see a whole family history on that wall.
Absolutely.
So it's a great way to commemorate your veteran and your family. So I'd ask everybody that can get out there and, with a Veterans Connection, get on that wall and get recognized for the service you've done to our country.
The number of veterans is going to grow every year. So if you guys say,
Sure
there's
hope
1,000 people out there right now who we would like to get in touch with and get them up on the wall, the next year there's going to be 400, 500 more.
Oh, exactly. We've got, 5 walls that are sitting there now just waiting for names, 48 names on each side. So we've got a capacity that we'd like to get recognized and get the veterans on the wall.
All right, what's that process if I want to attribute my uncle or my father or my son or myself?
Our credentials head is Bill Maddox. His name is, I don't have the phone number right now, but Bill's name is on, and phone number is on our sign out there by the park. You get in touch with Bill, he'll get you set up. You have to then provide him with your DD 214, that's your discharge paper. And the reason for that is so that we can then verify that the honors that you want to put on the plaque are in fact earned honors. So it takes a DD 14 and an application, and get in touch with Bill. Bill will work with you, and then when we get the plaque actually put together, you make the final approval. This is what I want on it. And then when we get enough names to fill an entire wall, that's when we put the names actually on the wall. So, but Bill Maddox will take care of it for you.
Carroll County Veterans Memorial Park there's a committee, right? Group of guys that are working on this. How many people we have in that, and are they getting any younger? Because we need some people to carry on with this stuff. I mean, it's like, even Don's taking a break. Don Levins, let's take a break every now and then. So
all the service organizations are getting a little long in the tooth right now. There's a lapse between someone getting out of the military and they'll take a break for several years before they think about getting back to anything military related. So we're probably waiting on the first Gulf Wars veterans to come in heavy and start filling out the Veterans Park, the Legion, the AMVETS, and whatever around Carrollton.
Yeah, the other thing is, for the Park Association, you do not have to be a veteran to be a member of the Park Association. We've got some members that are, in fact, not veterans, but they're, again, concerned citizens, want to support veterans, and they come out and provide their time to us at the park, helping us decorate landscape and all kinds of things like that. So if you're interested in supporting veterans, you can join the Park Association, and we'd love to have you to come and join.
You guys don't mind donations or anything either, right, to support the park?
Twist our arm just right, we'll take it.
And how do you go about that?
Yeah. And at our ceremony coming up, Colonel Margaret Miller, U.S. Marine Corps retired, is our membership chair, and Margaret's going to give a little talk on what the association is and how you go about joining the association. She'll be talking about that this Saturday.
Very good. All right. Well, this event, you want to go out there live for it, right? If you're living in our community, starts at 10:30. It's I think the patriotic music. Some cat named Terry Lowry is conducting the event.
Correct.
And it starts at 10:30. 11 o'clock is the service. And we'll, if you can't make it, you can watch it on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page. Joel Brock, video dude extraordinaire. He'll be streaming that for us. He even provides lower thirds and graphics, so it's he does a real good job at that. But if you can't attend it, be sure and watch it there. Or if you're driving around, you can listen to it on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. I'll have it streaming on or playing on the radio as well. We'll come back and detail the event that is coming up on Saturday after this first break. Community Voice is brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
The customized academic scholar journey at Oak Mountain Academy is individually designed to provide students with a personalized, clearly defined academic track that earns the student a series of distinctions upon graduation. This journey enables academically driven students to pursue a focused, rigorous course of study personalized to their wants and desires. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Consider the Mobius strip. Take a strip of paper, twist it, connect the ends. This connection forms a continuous loop, seamless, infinite. That's how your healthcare should be too. At Tanner Health, the Mobius is our symbol and our promise, representing our continuum of care and our commitment that the services you need will be here for you always. We're not just changing healthcare, we're redefining it. See more at tanner.org.
840, welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. And this morning we are on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page. Cherished gentleman in our community on the program this morning as we talk about the big event coming up on Saturday, celebrating our military veterans, Carroll County Veterans Memorial Park. That would be Saturday. Music starts at 10:30. The event, the ceremony itself starts at 11. We'll tell you who the guest speaker is here in just a second. And before we get into that, anything you guys wanted to mention? Is that, I thought about this. When people say Happy Memorial Day, is that the proper way to address it? And if they say it to you or to friends or anything, is that the proper way for us to approach that? Does that make you feel happy and appreciated, or is there a better way that we can show our appreciation for veterans who obviously are past?
Well, I think recognition of Memorial Day and recognition of veterans is good, but I don't necessarily think it's a happy Memorial Day. The idea that you remembered Memorial Day is essentially a day of remembrance. So you're remembering and honoring veterans, and thinking about your veteran, the personality involved, what your veteran did for the nation, and so on and so forth. So we're actually honoring veterans. And it's you can say, have a good Memorial Day, have a remembrance Memorial Day, but not necessarily, in my opinion, a happy Memorial Day. Well,
people are going to do things. They're going to have the watermelon and go swimming and things like that. I mean, would you encourage just like a moment of silence for everybody attending these events before you dig into the baked beans and hot dogs and go swimming? Is that a decent way to pay our respects?
It's a decent way to do it, but again, that's a personal choice. Yeah. I mean, if you have a veteran connection, I'm sure you'll probably remember the veteran on Veterans Day and on Memorial Day. If not, just think about what a great country we have, and the reason we have a great country is people were willing to put the name on the line and get out there and do service, and in some cases sacrifice for the country.
Another way you can celebrate is attend this event on Saturday morning. Starts at 10:30, and as we have the agenda here, nice little order of events. I guess, do you guys want to? Would you start going through the order of events, or do you want to say something about this year's event or anniversaries or anything like that?
Excuse me. Would like to point out that the Veterans Park is open for things other than massive get-togethers on holidays. We are able to offer the use of the park for a memorial service for a veteran who has passed away. We have done that a time or two. We also can do a school program with flag foldings and other things that they might want to see. As far as the recognition on the walls, we also have bricks that we can sell. And if you walk in the park and look down to your right, about 10 feet in, you'll see me and my family there. So just walk all over me.
Yeah, we all do.
But, it's multi-use, as long as everything is done in a respectful way. We don't want it trashed, but it can be used for things other than special events.
Do you encourage people to make a reservation for that? If we're going to do a tribute to my great uncle Bob or something like that, you come out
just
there.
Needs to be scheduled.
Yeah, okay.
And
I don't have a great uncle Bob, by the way. At least I don't think.
Yes.
Okay, I guess. Okay. Well, we can dive right into the events.
All right, passing it off to Barry now. Yeah.
Again, as been mentioned earlier, it'll kick off at 10:30 with music from the Carrollton Wind Ensemble, and in this case too, we have the entire 30-member Carroll County Community Chorus there also. So between the Community Chorus and the Wind Ensemble, I mean, they always do a great program anyway. I think this is going to be very meaningful and a very good patriotic program, and it's a great way to get out there at 10:30, enjoy a concert, if you will, a 30-minute patriotic concert prior to our ceremony, and Terry and his group of talented people really do a great job. So I'd ask everyone to be there by 10:30 in the seats so you can listen to some great patriotic music.
Those guys typically charge, too, when they're performing, right? So it's a free concert.
Yeah, definitely a free concert. It's really well done. We will be laying the wreath this time. We lay the wreath only on Memorial Day, where we recognize the 350 Carroll County veterans who sacrificed for Carroll County and this nation. And it goes all the way back to, believe it or not, the Revolutionary War. So we have names on the wall from the Revolutionary War all the way up through the global war on terror. This time last year, we recognized and honored Staff Sergeant Rivers from Carrollton, who was killed in Jordan with a rocket attack. And that his is the last person on the wall right now on our memorial wall for those that were killed in action. So it is very meaningful, 350 names, like I've said, and we will be citing the number of those in each person and each war and ringing the Carroll County Memorial Park bell.
How easy is it to find those names from the Revolutionary War and show the documentation to prove that?
Well, we have a lot of help from the Genealogical Society here in Carrollton and the Sons of the American Revolution, who put this together. They were actually, Carroll County was not in existence during the Revolutionary War. However, after the Revolutionary War, 14 veterans were given land in Carroll County as a part of their service, as kind of a reward for their actions. So those 14 names have been researched, identified, and are actually on the wall.
It was like Fulton, well, I mean, I guess not during the Revolutionary War, but it ended up being Fulton County and Coweta County right before it was Carroll.
You've got me there. I am not a native Georgian. So
and I'm sure that's
as you can tell.
Something I read in the last 10 years and forgot about it.
But we're looking forward to it. Our guest speaker this time is someone well known, Senator Mike Dugan, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army retired, Ranger. And as they say, Rangers lead the way, and Mike definitely leads the way. So we're looking forward to having him there as our guest speaker. Mike is from Carroll County. High school and up in Bowden, I think, went to University of West Georgia for both undergraduate and master's, enlisted in the U.S. Army as a private, as I did way back when. Went through officer candidate school, commissioned in 1989, and then continued to serve and retired as a lieutenant colonel. In that time, I think he's made something like 30 different countries all over the world, 3 deployments where you're actually being shot at, Bosnia and Afghanistan and Iraq. So he's seen a lot of action. He's a master parachutist, and I kind of question why anyone would want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane, but Mike's quite a soldier, quite a character, and we're looking forward to his presentation.
Did you try to get him to do that for tomorrow? That'd be sharp, wouldn't it? If he could drop into the ceremony.
Yeah, okay.
Before giving this,
we might suggest
we still have time.
We just might suggest that. Yeah, have Mike drop in on us. But anyway, he'll be a great speaker. We're looking forward to Mike as our guest speaker coming up. So it should be a well-done program.
Yeah, absolutely. And then next is the CCVMP Association, Carroll County
Veterans Memorial Park Association.
Okay, yeah.
CCVMP. Yeah, and as I mentioned, Colonel Margaret Miller, who's a U.S. Marine Corps retired, and as a typical Marine, a real go-getter. Margaret's our membership chair, and so she's out there hopefully rounding up members, like Dale said. We need to get more people involved in the park, because the more people we get involved, the more ideas we get of ways to how to honor veterans. So it's good to have, I guess new blood is the word, but we want to get some people involved in the park. Margaret's the person to see, and if you aim her, she'll come and get you. So she's quite a character. We're looking forward to her giving a little speech on what the park is and why you need to become a part of the membership of the park.
Are you guys watching the forecast for tomorrow morning?
Well, it says 40%. We've got a little deal here. We decided if it gets up around the 70 mark, we will call it. We do have an inclement weather location, and we will call it and let it get the word out if we have to do it. But as it stands right now, it looks like we can pull this thing off, so we're hoping.
And you've had to do it before. You've had to move it at least once in the last 10 years, right?
We've moved it quite a bit.
Okay.
And one time we did, and we went up underneath the pavilion last Memorial Day, and that was kind of an excitement. Everybody crowded up underneath that little porch, but that worked well. But we've got a new chaplain this year, so we're going to have our new chaplain put in the weather prayer, and it should work out very well.
You bumped the old chaplain after it rained? You're like, all right.
Well, yeah, we sort of. It's a tough job. It really is. So anyway, but we've got a new chaplain. We've got a weather prayer in place, so here's hoping it'll come off without a hitch.
So bring a poncho just in case, and bring some water too, because it'll be warm.
We will definitely have water there. We'll provide water.
Very good. All right, guys, we'll take our final break here and just come back and talk about whatever you want to. We'll rekindle some of the things, remind everybody about the big event, maybe talk about your sponsors for this event every year. And we'll do that after we take our final break here. Community Voice is brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
The World Language Scholar Journey at Oak Mountain Academy is designed to provide students with a clearly defined, curriculum-based track to acquire essential knowledge and skills for success in biliteracy fields of study. The successful completion of this journey provides colleges with a method to recognize a rigorous foreign language immersion experience for all students at Oak Mountain Academy. I'm Patrick Duran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Consider the Mobius strip. Take a strip of paper, twist it, connect the ends. This connection forms a continuous loop. Seamless, infinite. That's how your healthcare should be too. At Tanner Health, the Mobius is our symbol and our promise, representing our continuum of care and our commitment that the services you need will be here for you always. We're not just changing healthcare, we're redefining it. See more at tanner.org.
851, welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. This morning we're on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page, and at the conclusion of this program, in about 9 minutes, if you missed any of it, we'll have a podcast version on our website, newstalk1330.com, so you can go back and listen to it forever and ever. Used to be able to say that about Facebook, our Facebook videos, but they're getting a little greedy and want to get rid of your Facebook videos after like 6 months or something. So anything we've done in the last 12 years, if we did not download it, we were just kind of SOL. But which is kind of a bummer when you find out some really good interviews have been hacked. I'm sure just to save money. Thanks, Facebook. We are talking about the big event coming up tomorrow here in Carroll County as we recognize ceremony for Memorial Day. Starts again at 10:30. You can have patriotic music up until 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock is a ceremony, and for the event, the guest speaker is former State Senator Michael Dugan. So please check out that event. And if you can't make it for whatever reason, you can watch it on our News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page if they don't try to block us and hack us now as I speak ill of them. But should be on that Facebook page, and hopefully for the week of Memorial Day, you can go back and check that out if you do miss it. There's a Beatles song. The first time I heard it in the 80s, and it was the first time that I became interested or aware of this. In Penny Lane, Paul McCartney says, "Pretty lady selling poppies from a tray," and then at that time, I eventually looked up to find out the significance of that. But it represents something in World War I and World War II, right? Wasn't it a big deal? Yeah. Tell us about that. You guys do have something here in the agenda that you're going to.
We've got something in the agenda. We talk about the poem, and I'll just read what we've got here. During World War I, the red poppy became the symbol of veteran sacrifice after a war memorial pogrom in Flanders Field by soldier John McCrae, a Canadian surgeon. The famous program, which McCrae wrote on the battlefield in 1915, opens with these lines: "In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below." That was not the entire poem, but that's how it started. Then how did it become a kind of a national and international symbol? After that, the Ladies' Home Journal magazine printed "In Flanders Fields." An Athens, Georgia woman named Mona Michael was inspired in 1918 to make the red poppy a symbol for remembering World War I's fallen soldiers. The idea caught on, and in the fall of 1920, the American Legion, at its convention in Cleveland, adopted the red poppy as the memorial flower, and it's there ever since. I've spent some time in England as an Air Force dependent, and the English really go in for red poppies on Remembrance Day, as they call it. But the poppy's the symbol. We've got the part of Flanders Fields here in our program, and we'll have some poppies out there, so it's something to put on and keep it in remembrance of those who made their sacrifice.
You spending a lot of time in England, you did bring something back, right? You brought a prize back from England when you came back here, right? Isn't your wife British?
Oh, no.
Oh, is she not?
No, my mom's British.
Your mom's British, okay.
Mom's British, Dad, and of course I was born in England, but yeah, I'm an Air Force rat. Moved all over the place, but my wife and great nurse I met her down at Fort Benning, and she's originally from Germany, so We've got an international
All
family.
right, all messed up on
International family all the way around.
Or maybe I shouldn't have told anybody that. Your second wife you brought back. So, all right, guys, we got about 5 minutes. Anything else you want to talk about? As far as just remembering this Memorial Day. I mean, you guys have any special memories of Memorial Day, or soldiers that you were with that you wouldn't mind talking about and letting us think about for a little bit.
If you're in the military on Memorial Day, it kind of gives you a jolt as to what your job is actually being paid with. It's up to the guy carrying the rifle most of the time to win the war. So Memorial Day gives the proper reverence to those people.
And we think about Memorial Day too. I've got a personal thing. Back in the 80s, I was stationed in Turkey, and it was the beginning of some of the I'm going to call it the Islamic Revolution, I guess. In my unit in Turkey at that time, 6 people were killed and 14 were wounded. This is in the, like I say, the early 80s, and people say, "Gee, what's going on there?" But anyway, that all happened. But our Memorial Day service in Çakmaklı, Turkey, that year was especially meaningful because it definitely hit home. Even though here we are, I guess it's going to be, I'm saying 1982, it all runs together. But anyway, that the fact that at that time we were having memorial services for people who were not killed in action, but for people who were killed in service to the nation. So as Dale said, when you're in the military, Memorial Day has usually a personal meaning to you. So it's really a something to sit down and remember your friends, remember the good times, and remember the sacrifices that they made.
Do you guys, I'm sure you've already made plans for the Veterans Day ceremony. Anything you can tell us about that?
We're looking forward to Veterans Day. I have some ideas, and I wouldn't put them out now because I want to try to get something firm. But I want to do something more with the Air Force JROTC cadets. We get great support from both Carrollton and Central high schools, but I'd like to get them more involved, if you will, on Veterans Day. We've had them in the past where we dressed them all up in period uniforms and talked about the history of the military through the uniforms, but we're going to get with both of their leaders and see if we can't get a big involvement of the cadets on Veterans Day. So I've got some things in my head, but I haven't coordinated with anybody yet, so I want to keep that in the back pocket, but we are hoping to get more involvement of the youth, because hopefully if the ROTC guys are out there and girls, that they will have their friends out there too, and people will start to see what it means to support veterans.
People who listen to the station in the morning know that we air funeral announcements, obituaries, several times in the morning. And when you look at those, 5, 6, 7 times a year, and you come across somebody that was in World War II, and it's just a reminder. I mean, that generation is running out. There's not too many left in our community, much less in the U.S. who served in World War II. Do you guys have any idea the number of World War II veterans that we still have in the area?
I sure don't. I know. Yeah. Gosh, maybe 10 years ago, we honored World War II veterans, and at that time we had 103 Carroll County World War II veterans present at the park. Mm-hmm. And as I was told then, that was the largest concentration of World War II veterans since World War II, when they all lined up at the train station to leave to go on duty. Yeah. So that was great to honor the greatest generation. And I'm a Vietnam vet. I'm 79 years old, and the Vietnam vets are getting up to the point too where there are not too many of them still around that are still able to get up in the morning and see the sun. So we've got a lot of things to honor, and I think we do a great job here in Carroll County of honoring our veterans.
Well, guys, thank you for coming out and talking about the big event tomorrow. Appreciate it. Barry, my apologies to your wife. She's not British. Isn't your daughter half British though?
No, I'm the only one that was born in England.
Does she have,
my daughter was born in Germany too. It's a typical military
does she
family.
have like a British accent?
A little.
Maybe, maybe that's it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking for an excuse at this point. All right, guys.
We'll both dig ourselves out here somehow. Yeah, okay.
Guys, thank you for coming out this morning. Good luck tomorrow at the event. Hopefully the rain will hold off till at least 12:30, 1 o'clock tomorrow. Again, celebrating Memorial Day at the Carroll County Veterans Memorial Park on Noonan Road, just a road up from us, or 300 yards away from us. Starts at 10:30 with patriotic music. The ceremony starts at 11 o'clock. Again, if you can't attend, you can watch it and listen to it on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page and News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. Enjoy your weekend.